Good evening, everyone. This is the Township of Franklin Planning Board meeting on December the 17th at 7 p.m. All rise for the flag salute, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Chris, the open public meeting statement, please.
Notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Act and the annual notice of meeting. A copy was posted on the township website, and notice of this meeting was sent to the Sentinel, and a copy was posted at the Franklin Township Municipal Building.
Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Malady?
Here.
Mr. Kelly?
Here.
Mr. Cahoot?
Here.
Mr. Constantine?
Here.
Mr. Doyle? Mr. Swade?
Here.
Mr. Ranson? Mr. Clark?
Here.
Mayor Bruno?
Here.
Mr. Travaglione? Chairman Pesh?
Here. And let's seat Mr. Clark for Mr. Doyle, please. All right, we have resolution PB 2404 for Michael and Susan Costello. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to approve PB 2404.
Second. I move and second. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Malady?
Yes.
Mr. Swade?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
Chairman Pesh?
Yes. The next one is PB 2407 for Weber. Is there a motion to accept?
Make a motion to accept PB 2407.
And moved and seconded. Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Malady?
Yes.
Mr. Swade?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
Chairman Pesh?
Yes. All right, the application, first application this evening is PB 2405 for the Bunker Fitness Center. Okay, your objection is so noted. Go ahead. Yeah.
So the application, as it says, is for the fitness center. This is a proposal to build, you've seen the fitness center probably up in Clayton, and you may be familiar with it. And this applicant is the contract purchaser of the property that's the subject of the application tonight on the corner of Woodland and Delsea Drive. And by this application, we are presenting a site plan with a proposed building and parking lot for this fitness center. I have two witnesses to swear in this evening. Our engineer, William Gilmore, he's been before this board before. You may want him to recite his qualifications, and you may remember him. And
Mr. Gilman, I don't remember. Did you present before this board in the past?
I have.
Okay. Unless any member has an objection, we'll...
I'm sorry, Chair. Let's have him sworn in first.
Yep.
And then we'll go
We're going to do that. Yep. And the applicant, please.
Sure. Please, whether you raise your right hand, please. Please swear from the testimony you're going to give this evening, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I did.
Thank you. And you can go back to the qualifications. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chair.
Let me, now that you're sworn in, let me ask the question again. You did testify before this board in the past. All right, I find them acceptable. Is anyone in disagreement? Okay, all right, we're good to move forward.
and with that, I don't think I need to say much more as a preamble, so I'll turn it over to Mr. Gilmore and let him present that.
So I have a rendering of the site plan that was included in the site plan package that the board has. Some minor exceptions that I can kind of go through that as we get to it. To introduce you to the plan, yours is over here on the left of the page. Delsea Drive is horizontal on the page. Woodland Avenue is vertical on the page. The color area represents the 1.5 acre site in question tonight. It's currently improved with the dilapidated parking lot, septic system and an existing freestanding sign. That's doesn't meet the ordinance close to the right of way. It has 3 access points to Delsea Drive and 1 access point to maintain along with an avenue. There's no curb or sidewalk on the property. There's no curb or sidewalk in the immediate vicinity of the site. The site sits on the zoning boundary line between the RA and the HC district. That's this side property line here. And the RA district goes straight outward on the property. And so we have a farm land area here, which is currently a farm. I believe it's in the farm, licensed as an active farm. It's in the HC district. We're the HC district and we're against the RA district. Across the street, Delsea Drive is the HC district, and to the south, across Woodland is the HC district. So we're on the HC district. In the review letters, there's a little bit of discussion about if the farmland buffer applies to this site or not. We're asking for interpretation to the board that it does not, that since it's a commercial against residential, that the buffer is intended to protect farmers from residents that would move too close to the active farm and cause complaints and stuff like that. We won't have that situation here. If the board does not interpret that way, then we ask for that waiver. We have to add 50 feet on the side property line. The building is 68. We're a little close on the parking lot. There is no interpretation question as well. Is the 50 feet from the side yard line, is that in addition to the side yard setback line to make it 70, or is it 50? So there's some of the questions that we have before, and what the request of the board was approved as it is. It basically holds the same configuration that is just there today with the parking. So we're proposing to remove 2 of the driveways from Delsea Drive. We've had a review from the NJQT already. They requested that we curb the sidewalk along Delsea Drive. This rendering does reflect that. There's also positioned the driveway so that what they call a corner clearance from the radius to radius, 50 feet or 67 feet. There was a variance for a fine waiver identified in the review letter, so that we would no longer request that waiver because we need that condition now. There were some waivers as far as the curb and sidewalks. Now we were providing curb and sidewalks. Delsea, we're requesting a partial waiver for more than that, because there is no curb and sidewalk. We're proposing a 6,000 square foot full barn style facility for recreation, basically a gym. We're providing 34 parking spaces where 30 are required. We're proposing 2 handicap spaces to meet the code. We're also proposing a temporary or make-ready EV space that'll be located somewhere in the building. Just to facilitate connection with electric if that comes into place. We're proposing again the access off of Woodland, maintaining a lot of existing paving and overlay. We're proposing a stormwater management system in the form of porch paving, where the rain in the building would go to the parking lot, be absorbed in a stone bed, and then discharge with a distant swale. There's a head wall on the south side or our side, east side rather, that drains into the stormwater management system of the NJDOT. So we're going to maintain that flow and tying to that. There's a swale that feeds along the rear of the property that goes along there with existing drainage conditions. In the review letter, we had a 0.5% swale since the redesign was to the DOT standards. We addressed that. It's now 2% swale, so we don't need that later. So we're removing some waivers. Proposing landscaping and lighting, proposed septic field an existing septic field, moving down that can be removed. We're proposing to utilize the existing sign, and there's some waivers associated with just how close it is, so we would ask for that waiver. There's a few waivers with just the location of the parking lot. We're basically maintaining where the parking lot is now, which is 10 feet, 15 feet may be required. Questions about the wooded area, anything that's wooded that is not disturbed from the victim here, we maintain the existing sort of trees, specimen trees, we're maintaining existing wood lines along there. We're proposing new septic system as well. Gas is available on Woodland Avenue, all of the houses. Most of the houses have gas, so going to be the gas line in, like septic. Pretty straightforward plan, basically utilizing what's there in the restaurant, they're bringing it to the pole barn, just asking for the waivers associated with it.
So, Mr. Gilmore, I advertised for several waivers and design waivers and variances that were identified in the initial review letter. And I want to go through those with you so that you can give a little bit of testimony about them, and so the board will know exactly how many variances are being requested. So we have a variance from designating a loading zone on the property.
Yeah, we're asking that variance just for the general use of the property, that's a gym, fitness facility. There's no real product sold, there's, you need to have an additional impervious area for a truck. Anything that would come in would be more organic, or a bunch of fire office, by car or small, Amazon. So we're asking based on those conditions.
Okay, then we have the variance from the side yard ag buffer, if that even applies, which again, we felt that it didn't because we're both in a commercial zone. We have a variance to permit the existing sign setback of 4 feet where 10 feet is required. We talked about that.
That's located for periods.
Then we have the design waivers to permit no sidewalks along the road. We discussed that, and no curbing along the river. The other thing we advertised for was the ingress drive 45 feet from the tangent of the existing curb where 50 feet is required, and he gave testimony that he designed and delineated that, so that's no longer being requested. Parking lot setback from Delsea Drive of 10 feet where 15 feet was required. Can you talk about, how that came up?
Yeah, and that's for the existing parking lot right now. Kind of using some of it and replacing the bad spots. This repair we restored those and putting this woman in that basically 4 feet system in there. And that's given us enough room to put the desired size building, the septic field, and maintain the buffer away from the our existing.
So we're not creating this condition, it's already in existing condition. Okay. No outside dumpster area.
Yeah, the property doesn't generate much waste, it's more just with paper towel, stuff like that. And my understanding is that the applicant has a cleaning service that's trash as necessary, so again, not a need for truck to come in or traffic.
Okay, and then you have designed 2 trees in the parking lot with 3 are required. Have you changed that, or?
Yeah, we're gonna
Say that again? I missed that.
yeah, there's 3, based on the number of parking square foot of impervious area, we needed to, we're short 1 tree in the parking area. We're gonna find a spot. We're not gonna last.
Then we have asked for a waiver of providing a buffer screen to the adjoining residential use.
That's over here. We are providing shade trees in this area, some landscaping. We have about 55 feet of green space in between. The septic system is located in the back of the building. This area is really to the rear yard. We weren't proposing anything in that area, but we're providing what's necessary to adequately buffer that.
And then, okay, the last one is, I'm going to get you the applicant. Thank you. Yeah.
I just have a quick question, just to go back to, there was some talk about the sidewalk. I know that you said you're leaving it partially that condition. Can you just tell me about that?
Yeah, so the DOT requires to provide sidewalk and curb on Delsea Drive. However, the ordinance requires curb and sidewalk to be on Woodland Avenue. So that doesn't exist now, we are providing handicap ramp in the section of Woodland and Delsea. So we are at the partial waiver not to provide it on Woodland Avenue. We will on Delsea.
Can you also give me a clarification? When I looked at, I don't remember seeing it. You testified that across the rear there is mature buffer there, but then in questioning there wasn't some, is it half across the back but not all the way out to Woodland?
Yes,
Not there, across the back.
right, yeah, so this is what it will mean. There are some specimen trees here that remain, and we're providing some shade trees that will provide visual buffer and some low-growing landscaping in this area here.
Got it.
So, you know, the applicant is open to maybe, providing whatever the board felt either an open
Okay.
fence or some buffer screening in this area here to block that.
I misunderstood you earlier. I thought there was mature buffering existing across the back. Okay.
I actually have a question since we're on this topic. So I know I'd mentioned this to you previously, of where you have your septic system located. Is that able to be relocated should a buffer be recommended over there?
It is a slab construction, so we can reduce the distance from the setback field to the building to, I believe, 15 feet. I think we have about 20 now. So there is a little bit of room to move it. We need to be no more than 10. This septic system is more in the rear. You could probably slide it smoothly or towards the farm and we provide something in this area to, you know, take that sight line away from the well. Concern.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll bring up the next witness then. Just to continue with this thread about the next door neighbor here, we did submit very basic architectural plans with this. Well, when I say yeah. And if you look at the elevations of the buildings, what we would be looking at is the eastern elevation is what faces that house there. And based on the plans that you submitted, are you going to have any kind of windows or any visibility into these people's backyard from the people that are in the building?
No.
So I'll note for the record that the building back there has no windows showing. So if we're worried about hearing into people's backyards, there's no parking on that side of the building, so there's no reason for people to be walking there. The septic system's there, and there's no windows on the building.
How about lighting?
Everything will be, completed in front of the woodland and Delsea.
You're gonna operate 24 hours, like you play?
Yes, so our business will be open to members, key fobs, and then they can come in, whenever they play.
So you will have lighting, some lighting,
In the interior of the building and out front, but not.
not a
anywhere.
lot, just
Yeah.
enough to get in.
Yeah, so no windows in the back, so the lights won't affect any of the neighboring properties.
Take me at 2 o'clock in the morning coming out on the woodland, the headlights coming out of the parking lot across the street. Is there a resident there?
I believe there is something that lines up with this.
Well, you can go out on Delsea
Yeah,
too.
you go out Delsea, our suggestion maybe we would dim any lights in this area, encourage people to come in, we would keep the Delsea Drive frontage lit, and that's where the main entrance is as well, so we would look at, unless you're coming from Woodland, it really wouldn't make sense to turn on. Probably access the site.
Well, I think it's more an issue of an exit, at 2 at night, 2 in the morning, so maybe
Yeah,
it should be a one-way, only an entrance.
yeah, that's a possible solution as well, yeah.
Yes, I see headlights 2 in the morning being an issue, glaring in somebody's window, so that's why I was asking.
Well, Rick, how many people do you normally have come in at a time like that?
Very little, maybe like 2 or 3 members that late, sometimes none.
Yeah, but, people are, I mean, one person, if that person has to live there and they don't want to see lights.
Well, on the topic of lights in people's front yards, I noticed on the landscaping plan, there's nothing shown fronting Delsea Drive, which I believe is a residential property directly across the street. Is that correct?
This is East District. I'm trying to remember.
It's a long driveway.
It's a long drive, I think does it go back to the traffic?
That was a traffic plan, people,
That's,
yeah.
okay, it's traffic plan.
Yeah, I think this residence up more on the corner by the van. I think this is just open with the drive.
Were there any comments received regarding headlight glare going out to State Highway?
was about inflation,
Since we're still on the topic of the building, excuse me, I
sure,
hate to
sure.
keep interrupting you. I know that our professionals had commented on the metal panels and prefabricated
thank you.
drilling, so.
That's the thing I was gonna ask. Right. So, Franklin Township has a design standard, and, generally, it's not favored to have prefabricated metal panels or aluminum siding for the building exterior. So what was your thought process in using this exterior type?
I think, me personally, I think it looks good, and that's what they offered me, the company that I chose with, and that's kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's affordable,
Yeah.
It's the gym, right? It's the new thing.
yeah, the gym.
It's the new thing. Yeah, exactly.
Covered everything.
We were gonna add windows on the front side, so, just so you can see into the gym, that's pretty much it.
More windows than what is shown on the plans that were submitted.
No, just.
Oh, the three windows, they're already shown on the plan. There's a door, a glass door, it looks like,
Yeah, we're gonna
maybe?
have a double door, glass door, so you're gonna be able to see into the gym.
And then three windows.
Yep.
Since you're up here, I think you touched upon how many people you'd have overnight. What is your expected traffic during your 24/7 operation daily?
Like, currently we have like, probably throughout the day, like 30 to 50 members,
Okay.
possibly. Hopefully we can grow more than that. Like we're doing right now, we're growing out the space we're in. So that's why we're doing this location.
It's not at the same time.
Yeah, it's not at the same time.
It's throughout the day, and how many employees do you typically have on site?
I'm the only employee, and then my dad back there.
Okay, so it's basically one person manning the place.
Oh, two.
Two people, okay. Oh, I didn't know if you were gonna split between the two. Okay, you said you have one in Clayton, or are you
Yeah, no, we're
closing
gonna
that
get rid
down?
of that location.
Okay,
And
understood.
go solely to Franklinville. I was born and raised here, so.
So, in general, but now I want to just talk about the legal proof for granting the variances. We take a look at what is this doing for the community. This is a beneficial use to the community. You have a gym in the community, and there's the people who come and exercise, and you all want to have, healthy residents in Franklin Township. So I would suggest that this is the perfect space for it. It's a commercial zone, and so that activity is appropriate for that space. Any perceived detriments from this being there, a commercial business in a commercial zone, I think are outweighed by the benefits to the community from having it there. And that would be the justification that we would seek for approving variances. And I will just want to clarify one thing, the review letter, I think, is acting as the reviewer viewed Woodland Avenue as the front yard, but we view Delsea Drive as the front yard. This is the major road, Woodland Avenue is the township road, the entrance is facing Delsea Drive, and so any commentary that was related to what's the front yard or side yard, we view the Delsea Drive as face as the front yard, side yard to the ag, rear yard is to the resident.
Yeah. Ed, do you have any comment on that?
So Chris, I'll allow Bobby to put Chris noted in here, that he noted there was also frontage on the.
All right, we'll wait till we go over the report.
Yeah.
You good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good.
Before I open it up to the public, do board members have any questions? Or you want to wait till after the engineer's report?
I have a couple questions, and then I'll wait until the engineers for some other comments that I would like to see on the plan. But with the no loading zone, if that waiver is approved, and the no dumpster area, if that gets approved, is that just for this use? So in other words, what I'm saying is if the bunker closes up and somebody else wants to use this property for some other use, do these waivers apply to the subsequent use, or only just this use?
it would only apply for this use.
Okay.
They had to come back in front of the
They would
board.
have to come
You'd
back.
have to come back in front of
Okay.
zoning for a
Alright.
use change. And then at that point, they would
Yeah.
have jurisdiction, because now you're bringing a tractor trailer in and a
Right,
dumpster
right,
in.
and that's.
So as long as the testimony for the type of building,
Yeah.
the other waivers,
Okay.
I have a question. The backyard, I guess, by the septic, how close is the house to that property line? Is there a house back there?
I believe the house fronts on Woodland, I don't believe,
Right.
if my memory is all.
I mean, it's house fronted on Woodland, right?
I'm sorry.
There is a house right
Yeah,
behind
you
it.
just see
Yeah,
kind of like
behind
the outline right here, this is the driveway in their car.
And behind that, they have, it appears they have woods. Right behind that, they have like some mature trees behind their actual house.
Yeah, there's.
But their side yard,
Behind towards the
yeah, but
car.
their side yard is wide open to see into the,
Yeah, they have
proposed lot.
the septic system back here was open in the rear, which is, yes, I believe that's a shed. And the very rear part is wooded, yes.
It just follows that dark green
Yeah.
all the way down the property line.
okay. They will, anybody else? Question? All right, at this time, we'll open it up to the public, and then we'll go over our engineer's report. Is there a motion to open the public?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
A moon second, all in favor? All right, at this time, we're open to public comment on this application.
Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
Chairman. Jason Brandt, 688 Rosemont Avenue. I'm a little bit of a disadvantage here because I haven't heard the engineer's report and haven't heard the board's deliberations regarding this farmland buffer situation, but is the property to the north, is it my misinterpretation that is also zoned highway commercial as per the zoning map for here?
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought it was farm.
All along Delsea Drive, the first 200 feet on the other side roughly is highway commercial, if you want to change for commercial. So even though he's using it as a farm and farming,
Right.
although
The
this
first-
is
the front.
what, I think more wet, so yeah.
Well,
it's regulated. Yeah.
I'm not sure where you're getting the 200 feet, but actually on the zoning map, it identifies it as 365 feet. So it's an additional 165 feet
Okay.
above what you're saying, which is beneficial to this. Well, I know we've discussed these buffers before, and I think you generally know what my opinion on them is, but just, recall the board's attention to an application that was here on Dollar General, where the board already made a determination that these buffers are not applicable from a highway commercial to highway commercial use.
Right.
Thank you for your.
All right, thanks, Jason. Anyone else? Seeing none, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to close public portion.
Motion to close.
Moon second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Bobby, you want to go first, or you want Ed to go first?
so, I spoke.
Chris
with-
normally goes first, Ed, yeah.
So I spoke with the applicant professional, and we went over my review comments. They agreed, from my understanding, to address all of our comments. They actually got additional comments back from NJDOT. There is, let's see, there is one, most of our comments are technical. The one comment I did want to touch upon is the circulation plan for the fire truck circulation. Have you guys developed a plan yet for that? Do you have one available to show? Board?
We can certainly add that. Actually, there's a fire truck we did.
Okay.
There's a section at the bottom.
Okay.
That shows the fire truck and either Woodland or Delsea and negotiations.
Okay. Now, this is within your revision, which I don't think we've gotten a copy of yet. That's correct? Okay. When you do provide that, should the application be approved, you provide it on a larger scale set so we can see it. Separately, getting back to the question of whether or not the entrance/exit on Woodland would be a one-way, how would that impact said circulation? That's kind of a
Yeah,
curiosity.
his fire, they can negotiate it either way. Again, if there's an emergency fire apparatus,
Oh, I'm not worried about them traveling in direction, I'm just talking about their ability to actually, not be driving the landscaping and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, no, it's like the function from.
Since I know we spoke about it previously, but did you agree to address all of our comments in here and you'll be providing the same to our office?
Correct.
I have no further questions at this time. Bobby, I think we should touch upon the question about the buffer.
I believe it doesn't apply also in this particular case.
Bob, pull your microphone down so I can hear you. Thank you.
I believe it does not apply in this particular case,
Yeah,
from my understanding.
I mean, as the ordinance stands right now, this is highway commercial, so it would not really be applicable as the ordinance stands current to date. There was a question brought up by one of the members, Mr. Travaglione, because there was a ordinance passed in 2020, which was after the ordinance that we have now, which encouraged agricultural farm use in every zone, but our ordinances have not changed to accommodate that. If it were to apply here, it would only apply as a 50-foot buffer. But again, as the ordinance stands right now, it doesn't technically apply, given the zoning that we're in.
Thank you.
Okay. All righty. Are you good? Anything else?
I have nothing else to add.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay, back to the board. That rate buffer.
I'd like to see some trees along that residence. I don't know, Jim. Tell me
No,
what kind of tree we want.
Yeah, no, I would
We
like
have
to...
we have a tree expert here, so everybody turns
No.
and gives them first shot.
I agree with Jake. I would like to see a tree line on Woodland and along the back property line as well.
I don't know about.
This is already currently.
No,
No,
on Woodland. Woodland.
Woodland.
No, on the back lot, right, so that the neighbor's property is, is blocked out. And then from the driveway to Delsea, there's nothing.
That's
We'd like
gonna
to
make
see
it hard
something
to
there.
pull out though. You're not gonna be able to see oncoming traffic when you're pulling out of there.
That's what we had on Main and 40 too. They couldn't plant that stuff that close.
You could have some low growing shrub. You could have something.
It's not gonna solve the problem.
Yeah, why?
Look at how administratively, what bushes, there, right? Or how close to the curb. I mean, to the corner.
Yeah, I think the question, the question I have gets back to the septic. Are you able to relocate the septic over there? I know the well's proposed over there. Can that all be reconfigured?
So they move the well around. This is the area, the septic system here, and proximity to the other wells in the area. This is really the spot that is.
The reason I'm asking is we've had this discussion previously. I don't know if you guys recall, I think it was 2 years ago now. There's an application that was going to put in trees adjacent to their septic, but they couldn't meet the setback requirements set forth by the county. And I think a fence was recommended.
What is it, is it 10 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. So you would have the tree line stop before the septic field and then
You put like
something
a
else.
fence.
Yeah.
The question I have is the adjacent well is in the front yard, you
I
said?
believe so, yeah, their septic is here.
So you can't basically rotate that field 90 degrees to sit behind there because you have mature trees there and then there's the...
Yeah, I mean, maybe a solution would be to provide a screen here or something that there's existing trees here and then maybe shed back a fence along the wood line.
Something
Something to
that's
protect
gonna-
that house.
Yeah, right.
To buffer that house.
And then we decided, do we want to see that driveway to Woodland be an exit only, or I'm sorry, an entrance only?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're getting out of,
Yeah.
I don't think there's that much traffic there. I think it's gonna be there. he could probably talk to people not to exit out there at nighttime or whatever, if it's 2 in the morning, but I just don't think he says there's 40 to 50, 60 people a day, that's the day.
Yeah, no, and I think that should, what's your highest usage time, morning, early morning?
No, like
Yep.
4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's our nice. Traffic-wise, I don't think there's much benefit to exit that way. If you're main parking fields in the front, unless you live on Woodland, I don't think it's too
I mean, if you go there
No, it's
to come
different.
out of there and head down towards the center of town, center of Franklinville, you're screwed no matter what exit you pick, right? You come out on the side road, you still gotta go across
Yeah.
from one lane and get it over. I don't really see the benefit of each one, Going towards Clayton, you're set up either side.
Maybe a sign, no exit from 6 PM to 6 AM, something like that.
Fair, yeah, compromise.
Some no exit.
Hmm?
What time did you recommend?
Like
6 p.m.?
6 PM to 6 AM.
Is there a house?
The house is,
Yeah.
I don't think on that side of the house, I mean, there's a lot. What I actually remember, I don't think it's on that side of the house. It's a shack.
Yeah. Let's get a testimony on first. Jimmy, you okay with a 6 to 6 sign? Okay, all right. That's good, that way as a compromise. Let's move back to the buffer on Woodland Avenue. Let's start with the back corner of the property up until the driveway, that piece right there. What's that buffer gonna look like? Because I realize we have a site issue on the other side of the driveway. That's why I'm breaking it out into 2 pieces here.
So we would want to keep the 14.5 feet back, set line.
Right.
And that would provide some opportunity. There's a specimen tree there now.
Okay.
You can kind of see the site triangle line right here.
All right, okay, so you're actually in the sight line anyway. All right,
Yeah,
okay. All right, my colleague here showed me a stone driveway on the house in the back. Is there a stone driveway actually cutting across, cutting that back corner? Yeah, exactly, yeah,
Shared,
right there.
shared corner.
What are we doing about that? Have we talked to the neighbors? Well, I realize it's your property.
Right.
I don't want to pretend it doesn't exist.
I'll be fine with it. It's not-
Be fine with what, though? I'm sorry.
And leaving it as is.
Kind of like a private matter vacancy.
Yeah, we got enough of that, we don't really need any more.
We've both been doing this way too long.
Has that neighbor been notified?
They would have, they would have had to be.
It was in the report.
And Kate, just for the record, a member just asked me, we do have the 200-foot notification, and you're satisfied with the record?
Yes, I did see the, acknowledgement of publication and also the.
Okay, you're satisfied, that requirement was satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else?
You want to ask?
I do have a quick question, since technically it's, I mean, is there an access easement that could be established just in, in case you guys sell the property down the line, that somebody else comes in and says we don't want them, encroaching on the 10 feet on the property?
Who's the owner? So he's not the, you're not the owner, right?
Right, not the owner.
Okay. Right, you're purchasing it under.
These are sort of like not the purview of the planning board, trying to make.
So we can just make the recommendation that
Yeah.
it potentially needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not the question we're
I mean, it's not obviously using the necessity, and you've got room to adjust yourself, so. How far is the person, you're gonna say that you have to go to extra means to force a guy to move his driveway,
It's not the question, I'm just saying just the, you know.
No, that it's there.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the site, I've noticed the site has been kind of a mess for years, and I'm glad to see something happening with this.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. I make a motion. I make a motion, we approve PB 2405 with putting the trees in the back where you can put them in, and put the sign in the driveway, whatever time was stated up here.
I'll second.
There you go.
I mean, the fence the rest of the way.
You're seconding?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note of it.
Yep.
Frank, you second.
Frank did the second, Joe did the motion. Joe, on your motion, did you recognize the signage on the front, the waiver requirement on the signage on the front? Did you?
Whatever the professionals say, that's what should be done.
Pretty good.
I know. I just want to get it out there that it's okay. Okay.
Mr. Milady?
Yes.
Mr. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Cahoot?
Yes.
Mr. Constantine?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mr. Swade?
Yes.
Mayor Bruno?
Yes.
Chairman Pesh?
Yes. Congratulations. Best of luck. Because there's some people that do need a gym here.
Joe, I seen you going in and out there, Joe.
Pass the cookies, Joe. Joe, pass the cookies.
When will you be open?
Congratulations. Good luck.
Good luck to you, bud.
Congratulations. Congratulations, John.
Good luck.
Hey, man, best of luck to you guys.
Good luck. When do you think you'll be open?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The one who's,
Yeah, no. You got a promise.
I don't even know. I'm not even familiar with.
No, you don't need it anymore. That's what we need.
Unless you have a Snickers.
He's angry.
Okay, as soon as I find it. Next on the agenda is the Agricultural Advisory Committee 2025 Annual Municipality Pig Compliance Statement. Chris, there's no, all we're doing is receiving it. All we're doing is receiving this, correct? There's no action required?
Receiving it, 'cause I guess you were addressing it'll be redressed, it'll be addressed at the reorg.
Yes.
To run a couple extra miles.
Thank you. All right, thank you. All right, is there any other correspondence?
No.
Bobby. We're still in a meeting.
All right, guys, let's get done this meeting, please. Thank you. No other correspondence, correct?
Correct, no.
Okay, the minutes of November 19th, is there a motion to accept?
Motion to accept the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor? Aye.
Abstain.
Kate, I see general litigation on here, matters
Just a
you.
few minutes of your time.
Okay, all right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna ask to clear the room, please, so we can go into closed session. Kate, there no action taken afterwards?
There will be no action required.
Okay, and we'll let you know as soon as we're done.
Got it.
Okay, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to come out of closed session and back into regular session.
Motion.
I got a motion? Moved and seconded, all in favor? Okay, we're back in regular session at this time. Is there any other business the board, any members have this evening?
I'd just like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
All right,
Second that.
all right.
All in favor?
Yeah, yep. All right, at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
All right, a motion second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, all right, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I know, I can't sit here. I
All that
can't,
happened.
no.